Hello everybody and welcome to King's Quest, the new Sierra game that came out. Now, I have no knowledge, but I'm under the assumption that this follows the storylines of the old games, kind of like a retelling. Not too sure. If somebody knows, I guess let me know, or otherwise I'll just figure it out myself. I was actually really excited that this game was coming out though, because to some extent, I grew up with Sierra games. I think my main focus was King's Quest V, I think it was. And I think Shadows of Darkness was also a Sierra game. I played those two games kind of a lot, but wasn't until the Game Grumps played King's Quest V on Steam Train that I even remotely came close to seeing the ending. I was not a very good kid at all this game. But then again, as I think Danny said, he had to call up to try and figure out how to do some stuff because, of course, internet guides weren't really a thing back then. I don't know. Anyways, so I don't know what to expect really, but we're gonna... Oh, nice. See, I'm wondering if Chapter 5 falls into King's Quest 5 territory. I don't know. But we'll find out as time goes. Young Graham. Oh, we're playing. I'm really interested in seeing how the puzzles work out on this game because obviously, to those who don't know, King's Quest games were point-and-click adventure games, so this is already very different. Hello. Alright. Expected a little bit more than that, but I don't think anyone can disagree, though, that the actual appearance of this game looks freaking amazing. Anything? Anything new? Oh. That is not the direction I thought we were going with this, but here we go. Going down the well.
I had not been back there in years, but it was the last place left to look.
Any creepy monster girls down here? No, but a lot of treasure, and apparently a mattress. We're gonna check that out in a second. Alright. Just ignore all the gold on the ground. Oh, right, duh, because it's like a wishing well. Makes a lot of sense.
It was not exactly as I remembered it, but it wasn't all that different either.
When would you have gone here the first time? That'd be quite the adventure.
Two odd contraptions guarded the lost treasure. I would have to turn one and see what happened.
Ah, jeez. Alright, so, there's no real indication on which one's gonna do what. I'm gonna go, for some reason the right one seems less obvious. And apparently that was right. I kinda wanna turn this one too. Let's do it. See what happens. Oh, yeah.
And that's what would have happened if I turned the left switch. But since I am here telling this story...
Nice. I guess that's kind of their hint system. But you guys saw, I made the right decision first. I guess the hint was the body that was buried underneath the other bed. Because apparently, one switch was hooked up to 2 different beds. And then auto resets.
Buckets, barrels, butter churns and beds were jammed into every nook and cranny of that cave. It all seems so familiar.
Oh, so familiar. Alright, what are we... Is this a death trap also? What are we doing here?
Even though the bed was very comfortable, this was no time to hide under the covers.
I'm afraid one of these beds will fall on me, but...
Wait. Hold on, Grandpa.
Yes?
I don't remember this part of the story. Beds hanging from stalactites?
We'll get there.
It is a bit weird.
Don't worry. No detail in this story will be overlooked.
Whee!
Now, where was I? Ah, yes. As I treaded through the river of rumbling trundles, I feared I knew the source of that deafening wind.
I feel like one of these beds might actually just straight up fall, but... guess not. Who the hell built all these? Ooh.
Nestled beneath a
What,
slumbering
did that just appear out of
pile
nowhere, or
teeth
what?
and claws was...
Fabled mirror.
Oh, so you remember this part of the story.
Well, dragons are my favorite.
Do you want to tell this part?
Yes. King Edward sent me, the greatest knight in all of Daventry, on a quest to return his stolen mirror. A gigantic, hulking beast of a dragon was the last thing in my way to... My way, too. Add a shinier hat to my collection.
Oh snap. We need that hat. I feel like it's gonna be one of those games where it's all like... there's a lot of dialogue that I don't want to interrupt. Again, it's too obvious. Maybe do some more exploring first. Because there's one thing about the old Sierra games, at the least, is the most obvious thing is not
Volumes of old books.
particularly
Foreboding
the
titles
right
in
answer.
front of the shelves of that strange bedroom. How to Tame a Dragon. Breaking
How to
the
Tame a
spirit of
Dragon.
hideous beasts. Amateur spells to impress your friends with. No books about recovering missing handles, though.
Nothing sparkling. I don't even know if this game does the whole like, hey, this item, it's sparkling over here. Pick me up. But definitely don't see anything right now. Can I just go in every
As I
bed?
was saying, this was no time to take a nap.
Old Graham, he's not taking this.
So, the missing handle was booby-trapped? What did you do?
A little bit of Indiana Jones
I
going on
used
here,
my
huh?
cleverness to outsmart the trap. Then I
Big
used
boulder.
my cleverness to
Ooh.
hide.
Apparently it is a good time to take a nap. Could have just walked around the corner, maybe. Maybe if I take the arrow out of his eye, he'll be my friend. Maybe he's just a lion.
Luckily, that half-blinded beast never noticed me in bed.
A dragon's eye must be
Celebration.
really hard to pierce with an arrow. At archery lessons, I can barely hit a hay bale.
It is indeed a feat only for skilled archers.
Archer's freaking badass. Alright.
I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but
Oh,
it was
right.
missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
Seems
What did you
weird
use to
that
fix the
you
pro-
wouldn't be able to just use it still. Doesn't seem like you would actually need all the handles to really turn it. But I'm not here to argue. I just want to get this
The
mirror.
dragon's chains were coiled around a gigantic switch mounted to the cave wall. This
What
cave
is this?
seemed to be filled with failed adventures.
Take the sword. Does he have a rock fall on him or something? That dragon is not loving it. Ooh.
After he briefly basked in the sun, the narcoleptic dragon went back to snoring.
I probably sleep all day too, if Amira was my only friend.
Kind of makes me wonder the story of the dragon, because it implies that someone, to some extent, had to either fight the dragon, beat the dragon, and then clamp him down. Also, how strong is that clamp, am I right? Alright, sleepy ferryman. I'm not here to interrupt your rest. You just kinda do what you do. Having a good time. Any skeletons? Ooh. You'd think he'd just be like still asleep, because he probably hears these kind of sounds like all the time. Alright, well, we're just gonna avoid that. Don't. Ooh. I didn't expect him to start walking slowly. As soon as I got to those bones, he started tiptoeing. So we're gonna walk on this side then. Oh, this is kind of hard to see with his cape. But we're doing it. Making progress. Maybe that bed falls and I use that. Yep. I swear though, I haven't played this yet, so just looking at what seems to be the most obvious outcome. Just gonna walk over here if you don't mind. Should I go pet the dragon? Probably not.
Whoever designed this trap thought they were pretty clever, but I would probably find a way to hit that unreachable switch.
Use the dragon. Is there gonna be a bow? Well, maybe I should shut my mouth, because people might actually start thinking that I'm lying. That helmet does not look like it would fit a regular person's head. Just looking to see if there's anything else I could shoot. Ah, he's got the best balance. No shakiness whatsoever. Alright. This looks like it'd be a thing. So we're gonna walk on all the mattresses. Maybe? Probably not. I'm just on edge because you never know what's gonna be a puzzle and what's not.
The mirror called out to me.
Hello, Graham. I would like to not be here now. Alright. So does this lead anywhere? It's a weird perspective. It doesn't look like anything's there, so we're just gonna pull this.
Ridiculous feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast and probably its owner alive.
Oh, that's meat. Okay. Guess we're going down.